Hey everyone, Steven here, and welcome to my little library of horrors. Well, it's April Fool's Day. Either it is or it's the day before April Fool's Day. I haven't really decided when I want to upload this yet. But anyway, I wanted to do an April Fool's Day themed video for, obviously, April Fool's Day. I'm personally not a big fan of April Fool's Day. I'm not, I genuinely don't enjoy pranks myself, so, I think a lot of the times they just kind of come off mean-spirited, but that's just kind of me. I understand there is fun behind them, and there's ways to do them that, don't have to be as drastic as the books we're going to be looking at today. So, let's hop right in. So the first book I decided to go with is the ever-classic Carrie by Stephen King. So, if you're somehow unfamiliar with Carrie at all, it is basically tells the story of a teenage girl who has psychic powers, who lives with her very religious and very overbearing mother, and is an outcast within her school. When she is asked out by the most popular boy in school, to, I believe it's either homecoming or prom. I can't really remember. It's been a long time since I've read Carrie. But anyway, he asks her out to the dance. And it turns out it was all a prank set up by, the popular kids in high school. And Carrie decides to exact her revenge. And yeah, it's a really classic tale of revenge. Carrie's a fantastic character. Stephen King really nailed her down pretty well, especially since, his wife was there to help him, sort of really get down the real life experiences of being a teenage girl in that time. So, yeah, it's definitely a classic. Still one of my favorite books, easily one of my favorite King books, so absolutely worth checking out, if you haven't. Next up, I have April Fools by Richie Tankersley Cusick. Apologize if I've mispronounced that. Really awesome cover. Nice point horror here. It says you can fool some of the people some of the time. On the night of April 1st, Belinda, Frank, and Hildy are driving home from a party when they get involved in a gruesome car accident. The people in the other car never could have survived the wreck, so Frank insists they take off. After all, what happened wasn't really their fault. 2 weeks later, Belinda is the only one who still feels guilty about the accident. Then the pranks begin. Someone sends her a bloody doll's head. A car nearly runs her off the road. Obviously someone witnessed, or survived that car accident, and they're going to make her pay, slowly, for what happened. April Fool's Day is over, but these jokes are for real. So yeah, not one I've read, but definitely looks pretty interesting and sounds really interesting as well. Next up, I have April Fool's Day by Jeff Rovin. So I'm not sure if this is a novelization of the movie or if the movie is based off of the novel. I have neither read the novel nor have I seen the movie, to be totally honest. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of you out there who are watching this that know much more about it than I do. But how do you not add this for an April Fool's video? I actually found this for $1 at a book sale, and I couldn't believe it. There was 2 copies of Nightmare on Elm Street 4, so it was just kind of mind-blowing when I found it. I'm pretty sure I actually uploaded that haul video on the channel if you want to go check it out. I can't remember which one it is. I really don't remember which one it is, but yeah. Next up is a book that, if you've watched my Women in Horror Month video, or if you've been watching if you regularly follow my reviews on the channel, then you'll be pretty familiar with this next title, which is The Playroom by Gloria Murphy. Really awesome cover. So, very briefly, the story of Playroom is about a girl that was, picked on in high school. The popular kids played a prank on her where she was invited to to this boy she had a crush on, invited to his house, and as she was, as he was like putting the moves on her, basically, the other kids burst out laughing at her and things like that. So she shortly after she moves away to a different city, and years later comes back and actually buys the old house that she used to live in, and starts plotting her revenge on the kids within the town that still live there. But yeah, I really enjoyed Playroom because it, as cliche as it sounds, the characters are actually really great. The climax is awesome. There's a really awesome twist. And there's some pretty shocking things that happen as the story goes on. I really enjoyed that it takes its time to sort of give that wow factor within it. Next up, I have Trick or Treat by Richard Tankersley Cusick. Another point horror here. This is also one I have not read, but it says, Dressed to Kill. Martha knew there was something evil about the house she was moving into. It was so cold and creepy. And it wasn't just the house that was giving her a weird feeling. Martha was sure someone was following her, watching her every move. Then the practical jokes began. The scarecrow with a carving knife in its head, the fire, and the phone calls. Trick or treat, Martha. You're dead. It was October, but these were no Halloween tricks. Someone would be coming home this year with more than just a bag of treats, and Martha was the prize. Trick or treat. Yeah, definitely pretty cool. Love the cover art. That's actually now that I'm actually really looking at the cover, that's actually really nice. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. I guess I never really gave it a close look, but that's actually pretty detailed and really nice. Wow. Okay. Excuse me. The next book is another book that, if you follow the channel for a while, you've heard me gush about constantly. So, again, I'll try to keep it brief on that. But it is Class Trip by Bebe Fosserice. So, Class Trip tells the tale of a group of kids who are stranded on an island during a school trip after their canoes are destroyed by a storm, and they soon realize they're trapped on the island with a killer. It's a really fantastic story. It is a young adult story, but it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't seem to try to like talk down to the reader, but it also doesn't go out of its way to be something that it really isn't. It really knows its target audience, but speaks to it in a way that I feel like adults can enjoy as well. There's a fantastic twist in the story. Yeah, and within the twist is how this kind of leads into April Fool's Day without, trying to spoil the story or anything. But I have reviewed this book on the channel. The link will be in the description down below. I always leave my playlist down with my reviews and hauls and everything like that for easy access in case any of you all are interested. But yeah, if you haven't read Class Trip, definitely pick up a copy of it. It's a lot of fun, and it's definitely one of my favorite books. Next up, we have The Apparition by George Bishop. Got a very eerie cover. Another one I haven't read, but I do want to check this out this year for Halloween because it sounds really good every time I read the back. So it says, Die, Joker, Die. Every night is Halloween for the four merry pranksters. But when the Jokers pick on John Palmer, they pick the wrong victim. The penalty is swift, final, steeped in blood. One by one, the Jokers will pay. And I'm really excited to dive into this one because it was written in 1979. And I really love 70s horror. As much as I really enjoy 80s horror, this is kind of like, in my opinion, what would be the peak, the ending the 70s, the very beginning of the 80s, because it still keeps that classic creeping build-up terror and starting to introduce more and more gruesomeness into horror itself. So I'm really excited to check this out this year. So definitely be on a lookout for a review this year around Halloween. And last but not least, I have Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns by R.L. Stine. Gotta try and introduce the Goosebumps books when you can. I haven't read this book in, gosh, when was this written? Let me see. 1996. And I was 90, 91, 92, 6 years old. So I probably didn't read this until I was about 8 or 9. So it's probably been over, 20, 30 years since I've read this. I do remember enjoying it when I did read it. But yeah. It says, Nothing beats Halloween. It's Drew Brockman's favorite holiday, and this year will be awesome. Much better than last year. Or the year Lee and Tabby played that joke. A nasty practical joke on Drew and her best friend Walker. Yes, this year Drew and Walker have a plan for revenge. It involves 2 scary pumpkin heads. But something's gone wrong. Way wrong. Because the pumpkin heads are a little too scary. A little too real. With strange hissing voices. And flames shooting out of their faces. So yeah. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today, everybody. A bit of a shorter video today, but I really just kind of wanted to get something out for April Fool's Day, and the stomach bug pretty much like ravished my house this weekend. Everyone in my family got sick, so it's been rough. So I had a different video in mind, but just didn't have the time or the energy to do it. I'm going away this weekend to go visit some family. So like I said, I really just wanted to have something for you all to watch this week. And next week is going to be my March pickup / haul video. So really excited for that because it's going to be huge. I have added so much to the library that I can't wait to show you all. And then after that, I have a really, really interesting review that I'm really excited to share with you all. To give you a bit of a hint, it involves a drunk English professor, his dopey wife, and the murder of a sex doll. So, yeah, I'm really excited to share it with you all. So far, I'm really enjoying it. And, yeah, like I said, happy April Fool's Day, if it is that day. If not, happy early April Fool's Day. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate some of your time today. And until next time, be kind to yourselves. Later, everyone.